Hello, everybody. I am back home. Surprisingly, so I've told everybody to stay off the internet. So fingers crossed that everybody listens, and that we will not have any craziness. I do want to say hello to everybody real quickly, and then bring on our guest of honor, and then my other guest will probably be here shortly. So hello, Christina and Sarah. Lee, he sets up the bar and the milk and dark chocolate fountain with marshmallows with skewers, places the sign out. This is welcome to Mystery of Diamonds. Help yourself. Hi, I don't know if I said this right. Maishi. Sean, hello. Oh, you're working on Trick or Treat House. Me too. Sija, how are you? Deborah, Peggy, Deb, Catherine, Anna, Peggy, Sue, Ashley, Amanda, Life with Natty, how are you? Diamond Paint with Kim, hello, Vanessa, gorgeous, Cindy. This girl preps, hello, Rachel, Tammy. I know I haven't talked to you for so long, Tammy girl. Hey, Terry and Michelle and Tyla, Susie, hello, Jen Does Diamonds and Michelle. So we got down to the bottom of that fairly quickly. But I don't want to, and more people popped in. Tijuana Crafter, how are you, girl? Karina and Robin, Diane, Diamonds and Dragonflies. Hello, Diane, gorgeous. Sean, and do my drills glow. I don't know that I have the right light on them because they don't glow just yet. So I'm thinking I need to charge them with UV light. And if I charge them with UV light, I'm sure they'll glow. And Aaron, you're not late. Hello, Liz. All right, are you guys ready? I am going to go ahead and bring on the man of the hour because he is who everybody is here to see. And we have Mr. Spangler. Woo woo!
Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming. I'm going to be working on the piece I've been working on the last 2 weeks. I've been making more progress on it. I'll show you here in a moment what I've been doing, and I'll get down to working on it some more. Looking forward to good questions tonight.
We're definitely looking forward to that. And I just want to show everybody, because once Kara gets here and we say hello, when we put Randal on the screen by himself, you won't see us, you'll hear us. But Kara showed hers in her live, and I just want to take this opportunity to show that I've got mine too in honor of Season of Spangler. I got my tray, and look. It says Season of Spangler on the tray, and it's got dragon scales.
Yeah. Oh,
cool. And then we have our Season of Spangler cup. Like, look at that.
Wow.
Is that not gorgeous? Pretty.
Yeah.
I'm like scared to put something in it because I'm like, what if I mess it up? I'm scared to take it to school because I'm scared my kids, they're gonna be like, that's gorgeous. And then I'm gonna have to like carry it around like this so that like if I put it down. But can you believe this is already week 3?
It's amazing how fast it's gone. But I did just start coloring on this piece. I had it drawn out, but I started coloring on it in week 1. And, I didn't get as much done this week as I wanted, but I am making some progress on it. So I'll kind of show you what I'm doing here and how it's changed.
Here, let me go ahead and pull that up. I'm gonna change the layout so everybody can see. Oh, no, not me, Brandy. No, hello. Oh, that's right. I got to change you and me, and then no, I want camera. Work with me. Work with me. You're not camera. StreamYard. I said work with me now. Come on. We are not doing this tonight.
Oh,
there we go. There we go.
There it is.
Oh, okay.
You can see I've been working on the characters in the background, the 3 stuffed animals, and it's hard to do this backwards. And my hand's moving the opposite direction I think it should be. And then I'm starting to put in background here. You could probably see drawn in, possibly. I've got a Barbie doll drawn right in there.
Oh, look at
That's
her.
going to be there. So, and then just intensifying the colors and adding layers and layers to all of them to
I love
just
that
make it beautiful.
bunny.
Yeah,
Is that a bunny or am I
it's a
crazy?
bunny. Yeah, pink and purple with pink bunny.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh, it is so precious. Oh my gosh, like this would be, yes, I would love that sitting like that. I would want to be sitting in the, no, not that. What are you doing, Brady? I would want to be sitting in the middle of that.
In the middle. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I would want to be right there, loving on them babies. And I went ahead. Now, this is not where it usually is. This is where this always resides. This is usually over here where I can look up at it every day that I'm diamond painting. But for tonight, since I changed, my husband went and got me one of these, a different tripod, so I could be in a different spot in the room. And so I thought, well, what better way to have the Monday night live with Randall, with y'all can see his paintings that he did. Well, yep, because this one still had some water. No, this one you did completely in color pencil.
It's
When we
got
did,
probably, I think it's got watercolor and colored pencil on it. It's done on a white paper, a
yeah,
background. That was done as a demonstration piece at one of the previous events that we had. Yes, and then
yes,
I just cut it out of the page and stuck it in a frame. Yes.
and I'm telling you, when that got here, because I didn't know it was coming. I did not know it was coming. He surprised me. I got it. I literally started crying, tears of joy. Because I'm like, oh my God. And then I'm like, I got to put it up. Son, put a nail in the wall. Put a nail in the wall. I got to put it up. And so he did. Let's see. We've got some other people that have come in. Goodness gracious. People are saying that monkey is so adorable.
Oh, thank you.
And
Well, I like all three of them actually. The monkey is a lot of fun. It's the first monkey I've done. Yes. Yeah.
it is so cute. And K9 Mama wanted to say, hi, Brandy and Randall. Thanks for commenting on my pic last week with my German Shepherd who loves turkey for Thanksgiving. That was the most adorable. He was just staring at you.
He was.
He was just like, he's like, what you doing, Mama? What you doing?
Yeah, he was.
So absolutely
Yeah.
precious.
Yeah.
And I'm just so happy all of you. Hey, Debbie, how are you, girl? And Lisa, hey, Jenny and Lawrence. I know, aren't they so cute? Someone said they loved. I was looking for the one that said, someone was like, I love the elephant. Oh no, someone used my words. Michelle Russell, hello, Spanglerites. Yay!
Spanglerite.
Spanglerites. Told you we got to get it
Never
started.
heard that.
A little club. I've called us Spanglerites, but like I didn't know if everybody else just thought I was crazy, because I was like, you know,
Mm,
because we're just like you're our person.
well,
um,
thank you.
oh, I'm sure Lee. I think he has come up with the name for Dragling number 3, and I'm sure at some point tonight, if he
Yes.
has, he's going to let us know.
Yes, I have.
So that is exciting.
And I was really impressed with the amount of names that everyone submitted, multiple names. And so the name I chose is unusual, but I was inspired by a couple people that had submitted some really interesting different ideas for names. And it inspired me to do something. And I think this is going to be the name that I've come up with. So,
oh, that's exciting.
I got to make sure I remember it. I'm sitting here writing it down thinking, is that it? I've got it written down in my phone, but since I'm on my phone,
I know it's really hard to look when you're on the phone to look it up.
I can't look. I think I know what it is though. I think I got it. Yeah.
Diane wants to know, how long does it take from a finished work to a diamond painting? Now, most of the ones that Diamond Art Club has, you already had the artwork
Yes.
previously.
Yes, I've gotten I probably have a few hundred pieces of artwork I've done over the years, and Diamond Art Club has a lot to choose from. I believe they've done somewhere around 80 pieces so far. But and they still have more. They're still asking for more. They hear people request pieces that they found somewhere on the internet or on my website or something. They'll ask me for it. I always send them my new pieces I'm doing, like the one I'm working on, will get sent to them.
Mhm.
But because they have a volume of pieces, and they never tell me what they're bringing out. Like, if they're bringing out anything for Black Friday, I'm not even sure what they're doing or what it would be if they are.
Right.
And then the last month, they brought out a big variety of pieces. I don't know what, 6 or 7 or so or more.
Yeah, and then they had the absolutely massive
Oh
one.
yes, biggest piece they'd ever done, the snow castle. And so I'm anxious to see one of those finished. I'd love to see one finished with a person standing next to it, so you could really get the scale of it. That's going to be such an impressive piece that big.
Well, we
So
have our
honestly, as far as the time, I'm not sure how long it takes them for the process of, I would call charting it, I suppose. I know in cross stitch, I think they chart it, turn it into the little squares and the colors of diamonds. I do not know how that process works, and I honestly don't know how long that takes.
Yeah, that one's more on a question on for Diamond Art Club, because once they ask for a picture, then it's kind of from there. We don't know when it'll be up, but we're just, I'll say that if there's ever, and this is what I would suggest, if there's ever a Spangler piece that you see and you're like, I really think this would be amazing as a diamond painting, you know, Diamond Art Club has been really good about, like you say, hey, Diamond Art Club, we would love to see this, and then they think about it. And then if they're like, if they don't already have the image, then they'll, like he said, they'll contact him and say, hey, we'd like to buy this image from you.
They do that quite often. They'll say, we've had requests, is what they do. They come to me and say, we've had requests for this image, and so we send it to them. And like I say, I don't know how they schedule them coming out. I think they are scheduling things into early next year. I've heard some rumors that they've got a couple pieces they're planning on for like next spring. But I don't know when they would come out next spring. So they plan quite a ways ahead.
They do. All right,
Yeah.
are we ready to introduce my second guest, my
Yay.
absolute bestie, the one who I am so grateful, and I mean eternally grateful, that she puts up with me and my crazy self. And it's just always my ride or die. And she's there for me when I said, hey, you want to do a Spangler event with me? She's even, and keep in mind, she was not all that into dragons, and I was determined I was going to change that. I said, if nothing else, you're going to be into Randal Spangler dragons. And so I think I'm slightly succeeding. So here is my bestie, Kara, the principal painter.
Guys.
Hi.
Guys, no, I'm not into dragons.
You've got one of those
Not
too.
into dragons. Not
We
into
do.
dragons,
I don't have the pen. I don't have the pen that she has. I just
Mm.
have the tray and the cup. But
Uh-huh.
and I don't know if Kokisha's in here, but oh my God. I love my stuff.
Yeah,
Ah,
as I have my Spangler coloring books, both of the children's books, the paintings on the wall. Yeah, yep, there you go. Got it. Got it.
Coloring book. I hadn't mentioned those yet tonight.
hey,
I like to do this every show because there's always new people watching.
Yes.
Uh, my first book, the Dragling's Bedtime Story. All of these are on my website, randalspangler.com. The coloring book, it takes you to the link takes you to Amazon, where it's print on demand for the coloring book. The other two are hardcover books I've self-published, and the ones, if you buy it through me, they are signed. You can also, especially if you're out of the country, the way to get these books would be to order these two from Diamond Art Club. They do have these, and they can ship all over the world easily. It's much more difficult for me to ship because I don't have access to the shipping methods that they do.
Hey, Randall, it looks like there is someone who has a special hello to you. A Chris Spangler has said, "Hi, Randy. We're watching from Fargo."
Yes. I mean, it's cold up there. Yeah, that's my my nephew. My brother and his wife were just there. I'm assuming they're on their way back from there at this point. I haven't heard from them, but hi, Chris and Mackenzie, the little bitty girl, and Elena. And,
hello, nephew
Harley.
and cousins. Spangler family.
Yes. And he's actually a very good artist also.
Nice.
And yeah, it's amazing. It kind of, I guess it kind of runs through the family that he's just a natural artist.
It's in the genes, in the Spangler genes.
I think so.
It is. And before we turn you around, Marion wants to know, how did your book signing go last weekend? I'm so upset that I don't live so close by.
I know.
It was my first book signing. It was through put on by the Kansas City Public Libraries in a really neat new kind of event center library up in Liberty, Missouri, which is just north of Kansas City. And it was a lot of fun. There were 45 authors there with everything from adult to teen books to children's books. And it was just really neat to meet all of these people.
Wow.
Fun.
Christine, happy birthday. Today is her birthday. Happy birthday to you, Christine.
Happy birthday.
Oh, Tim Costello, mindset coach. Hello, how are you? Back in the room. All right, well, we're ready to get this trained on Randall so that we can see him working on this gorgeous piece.
I will turn the camera around.
I want to see what he's done so far. Yes.
Why can I not hit the right buttons? Like, Brandy, you should know how to hit the right button at this point. There we go.
Back camera. Okay, here we go. And turn it down towards the table.
Oh, wow. He's done some more.
Yes.
Yes.
I love the monkey. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Oh.
Yes.
I'm so excited that this is probably going to get sent to Diamond Art Club too as an image, because I will have to have it. Someone better be getting out of my way when it comes time to get it. I'll be like,
so you can kind of see what I've been doing this week. More colored pencil work on the stuffed animals in the background, getting their eyes in. So I'm making them darker, more shading to give them more shape. You probably be able to see on the stuffed animals with the colored pencils, I am doing short little strokes. Kind of gives them, and kind of ragged edges around the edges. It gives them that fuzzy plush feel, when you get that little short strokes compared to the harder lines like the dragons have, because they have scales. So I want to make the different objects feel like they should feel, like it's a stuffed animal or it's a harder surface.
So in other words, make it feel like we can reach in there and squeeze them.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. And I've started adding colors to books in the background here. And one of the things I do think about as I'm working on a piece is contrasting colors against each other, such as, the blue elephant. Instead of putting blue books behind him, I put, contrasting colors such as oranges, reds, a bit of green here, which kind of helps him pop out. It also gets a little bit of red and orange behind the dragon head here. And back here, I've got since he's all brown, I don't want brown books or orange books back here. So blues and greens back here, maybe a purple book over here also, so that I can balance my colors out instead of just having one purple and bunny over here and no other purple in the picture. it helps to just kind of put a purple book back here, and then I'll probably have a purple marble down here. It helps your eye, when it's all finished, travel around the picture when you see those colors. It just kind of helps it come together. So those are all things I think about as I'm working on this.
I definitely cannot wait to see that Barbie doll come to life too, because like that excites me, because that's part of my childhood too,
Is it?
It is. And I was a huge collector of Barbie.
Oh,
Even though I'm a tomboy, I am a major tomboy, but I was a tomboy that liked Barbie dolls. So,
I just always sit and think how cool it would be, this becomes a diamond painting and we can all sit here and say, you know what, I saw him doing this.
Yes.
yeah.
So
At some
fun.
point, you'll be able to do the diamond painting of all of this.
Yeah.
That will be kind of fun. What I'm doing right now is watercolor still as my base color. And you see the color I put in really isn't that much different than my background paper, but these two things are chocolate chip cookies. So I'm kind of getting that warm chocolate chip cookie dough as a base color here. After that dries, then I'll start some colored pencil on top for the shading, and then put the little chocolate chips in and such. So
You always make them chocolate chip cookies look so good to eat. Lee has now put out chocolate chip cookies for the draglings to eat, so that they can enjoy the show as well.
oh good, oh good. And if you leave them out tonight, they'll probably be gone by morning.
Sorry, Sue. A doll with hair and is made out of plastic.
Now I'm doing a little bit of colored pencil. I mean, a watercolor as a base color here again. My little trims on the books. I kind of a brass type look is what I do for the trim color on the books. So I like to put in a little bit of color there. And one of the other things I was going to do, that's why I kind of sketched this area in with the Barbie in there, this is just kind of an opening in the background. I kind of like to do arches or architectural something in the background. So this will be kind of kind of a wooden trim, arch to an open doorway or a window or something, but it'll be very dark back in here, which will help the books pop off the background. So that's
okay. I must be completely blind. I am just now seeing the beginnings of Barbie in between the book or the tall.
Yes, I just drew that in today, and you can kind of see here's her neck. I actually was looking up Barbies, and I saw a black and white swimsuit that she had on, and I'm thinking maybe that would be probably what I'm going to put on. She has such an option of costumes.
Yes.
You could probably put about anything in there, but here's her. This will be her face, her eyes, her hair, bangs in here, and then the hair is going to kind of come over to the side like that. And I think she has like loop earrings or something like that.
Gotcha.
So that's going to be pretty much the Barbie in there. And I think I will take my eraser and erase the little area there where the architectural woodwork behind her was drawn in there.
There you go.
And
so that'll be kind of where Barbie goes, like that.
Gotcha. And see, I love all the architectural parts that you put, because you tend to gravitate towards some of that like Gothic style.
Yes.
And that's some of my favorite styles, as far as like if I could live in one of those type of places, I would in a heartbeat. That just stays my dream house,
I have upstairs, I've got a few Gothic pieces of Gothic style furniture that I just love, all the design and carving and such. So what I'll do, like on this arch, first I'm just going to paint it in brown as if it's woodwork. But as I go back in with the colored pencils, I'll start adding a design, just a subtle design on the woodwork. It just makes it more ornate and more interesting. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to go ahead and start putting some dark paint back behind Barbie. And you can see I kind of work kind of loose with the watercolors at first when I put things in. I don't worry about getting the edges perfect. because behind her will be just this dark open space back here. So
like, what do you do though if you then go over the, the edge of what you worked on? Like, there, when you go in with a pencil, it helps you to crisp it up, and then you don't really.
yes.
Okay.
Yes. Or if I decide I want to put something over it, I actually can. This is going to be like a toy chest over here with clothes and stuff hanging out of it. And earlier I had painted in a bit of brown on it, and I realized, oh, I'm going to have like a little girl's dress hanging over here. So what I will do, even though I went ahead and painted the box in, I will end up putting a little girl's dress. I'll paint over that, and then I will do colored pencil on top, and you'll never know that there was I actually put the brown underneath it first. So
Oh, cool. Okay.
normally I would have the dress drawn in and go over it, but it just sometimes I forget.
I didn't know you could do that with watercolors, but I mean, I guess it makes sense, right?
It's if I was just doing strictly watercolor, it would be tough. But because I do the colored pencil on top, I do layers and layers, and I can actually go over the watercolor pretty easily. And if I need to, I'll get some opaque, some acrylic paint and mix up what I need and just kind of lighten it, water it down a little bit. So it's kind of like watercolor, but it still covers up what's below it. So there's always a way to fix a problem.
Gotcha. Because see, I know I'd be having mistakes that I would have to try to fix.
I hate to call them mistakes. I call them maybe what would I call it? I don't know. change of
opportunities.
Yeah.
Opportunities. There you go. That is a better one. And by the way, guys, if y'all hear little children screams and all that, I do apologize. We have we have kiddos here tonight, and they're playing. So one of them is a little boy, which is why I have absolutely got to. I want to do Dragon Wagon for his room, because I think that would be so cute.
Okay. So you can see, and now the books are going to be going to be looking at them at a slight angle here. So going to be able to see the side of these books here, like instead of just the end of the book, I've got, this is kind of the back or the edge of the book, top edge of the book, I guess, going off in the distance there.
Oh, okay.
A little bit of perspective in there. It just gives it a little more depth. And you can see as I put the dark in, sometimes it's a little bluer, because when I make my dark colors, I'm not using a black paint. I am using a mixture of, say, an indigo blue and a dark brown. I love to mix those two together to make my dark areas.
See, I've noticed you don't really use a lot of black, because I know when we diamond paint your images, very usually there's not much black in the painting.
Right. That's something that my high school art teacher said. She said, don't use black paint, and says mix colors and mix your blacks, or your dark areas. And I've just always done that. Even though when you're done, this will be very dark, especially once I put colored pencil on top of it. I will not use black colored pencil. I'll use an indigo blue to get it as dark as I want. And sometimes it's kind of neater looking when you have different, different shades of blue or a little bit of brown coming through. It makes it a more interesting area to look at.
And it still just comes off so vibrantly when we do it as diamond paintings too. So, and when we see your pictures, they're just always so vibrant.
Mm-hmm.
Those diamonds they use, the colors are amazing. I don't know if they have them custom made in specific colors or how they get all that range of color.
Well, they've added their own colors. They used to use the DMC cross stitch number, and they still do. But now what they're doing is they're coming up with some colors of their own that DMC did not have in the color range. So Diamond Art Club has just added some colors to make us, let us have more of a wide range of colors to be even better. So they keep
that's
coming up
fantastic.
with better and better stuff. I'm telling you.
Well, that makes the diamond paintings, more, what would I say, closer to the original artwork if they can
Yeah.
reduce unusual colors that not just I use, but any artist uses.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Because
Because
pretty much I think they chose it because diamond painting is kind of like an offshoot of cross stitch, which uses
mm-hmm,
DMC colors.
mm-hmm,
Um, but we're broadening beyond that now as far as colors, which is awesome.
yes, yes. Okay, so you can kind of see the dark area back behind the books there. And the angle of this side of this book, that may change a bit as I finish it off. I'll just see what looks right because the book's leaning that way, but the back of the book is kind of going that way. So by the time I'm finished, I'll figure it out and get it right. So,
Oh,
now
that is true, Amanda. She says, I love how the blank canvas looks like the watercolor base version. Well, it just jumped. Hold on.
Oh,
Of the
yes.
painting. Then when we add the resin diamonds, the colors really look like your finished painting with the colored pictures.
Yes, you're right. I didn't think about that, but I agree. It without the diamonds, it does kind of look like the base picture. Yes. Yes. So I'm using a yellow ochre color here now for this brass area. And then this book here is kind of an orangey, a golden orangey color. And this book will be a little darker orange going into a little bit of red. And this will be more burgundy red here. But I did these a little earlier. So the watercolor here is dry enough that I can do my colored pencils on top. And I like to just start putting color in. It's kind of hard to see what I'm doing. I can hardly see where the color is going on, but it is kind of smoothing out the surface where the watercolor has variations in lights and darks. The colored pencils just smooth out these surfaces here. And again, I'm rather loose with the drawing. I'm not worried too much about edges and stuff at the moment. That will come as I finish it off.
So seeing your books make me wish that all of my books on my bookshelf had that look, that just gorgeousness.
Back in the day when everything was leather bound and had brass little fixtures on it. And
Yes. I'm always looking at estate sales for some interesting books like that. And it's more for decorative purposes.
Right.
Yep.
Than anything. I have a really neat looking book upstairs, but it's in French. And I don't speak French or read French, but it's a neat looking book.
It's pretty to look at. It's pretty to look at.
It's beautiful.
It serves a purpose. Okay.
And if I was more dedicated, I would love to run to speak French, but I'm not so sure that's going to happen.
So I used to have a and I think my daughter, when she moved out, I think she took it with her. But my husband's grandmother had given my oldest a old German nursery rhyme book. And it was like it was gilded pages with those really pretty, like, in the first part of the story or whatever, it had that illustrated drawing right there, and it had like this gold leaf all on the outside with some metal trims. And I tried to I've tried to look for it, and I'm pretty sure it left this house and is now residing in Chris's house.
Sounds like a wonderful book.
Lawrence says he can help with French, and Rachel says she knows a couple of French words. So you're on your way.
Oh, there we go.
My problem would be, even if I did learn a bit, without having anyone around I could speak French with, it wouldn't take long for me to forget everything I'd learned.
Yeah, I had my campus, one of my elementary campuses was bilingual.
Ah,
And it was a really cool experience. I learned a whole lot about it. But the kids, obviously the language windows of their brain open very, very early. And so the premise of our bilingual program is we wanted the kids truly bilingual. We wanted them fluent in Spanish and in English,
mm,
both academic and social language. And
mm-hmm.
if they did, the parents, came. We have a lot of oil company folks that come from Venezuela, South America, all over the place, but they didn't want their kids to lose the Spanish. And they thought, if we could move to the US and our kids don't use Spanish on a regular basis, they're going to lose it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very true. And look, we're learning stuff all the time.
Oh.
Catherine says the DMC Colors, Dolphus Meg Company, Dolphus Brothers founded the DMC. There it is. As a teacher, I love learning stuff all the time.
And I'm sorry, Lawrence is female. She can help you with French. My bad. My bad. I am so sorry.
Berta does oui oui count. Yep, that's about the extent of my French too. Oui oui, mademoiselle, or whatever I learned off of Adam's Family. But just a few little.
Mi amor.
Mi amor. Yeah, that's about it. Croissant.
Yeah.
Which I love to eat. So, that one just kind of.
Oh, yeah. I love croissants.
Yeah.
So you'll see it as I'm working on this, I'm turning this around, but I do that just so I can reach other areas. And because in some areas, like the books, as I'm making strokes, I'm making curved strokes because I'm giving the book shading. You can kind of see it's starting to get a little darker on this edge. And from this angle, it's easier to make these curved strokes compared to keeping it upright and trying to do it some other way. That's a little awkward.
That is
that's why you turn it. That's smart. That's smart.
I just turn it to wherever I need it. Yes.
Love that.
Because it's always amazing to me how, and I've noticed this in a lot of your paintings and stuff, is that due to the way that you shade and you take that 2D object and you give it depth and dimension so that it takes on not a flat piece, but like it looks like it's curved. It looks like it's the spine of an actual book.
Yes. Well, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to give it dimension and depth and make it feel real.
Well, and I don't know. I would like to shake the hand of the person that renders the diamond paintings for DAC, because they basically take what you've done. And I mean, I'm sitting here doing Literate Dragon. He's got his feet, on a little footstool or ottoman. It looks plush in the picture. He is in a nice plush chair. The chair looks plush, diamond painted. And I'm going, wow, they really captured that.
And on that piece, one of my goals, as I was putting his foot on the ottoman and having him set in that chair, was make it look like the dragon has weight, and the weight is sinking into the soft cushions. So you see the cushions kind of bulge up around it and such. It's kind of like what I'm doing with the elephant's foot here. This is going to be Dagmar, the Dagmar dragling. So you can see she's got her elbow on the elephant's foot. Well, because he's a stuffed toy, the foot is kind of sinking in where the, she's putting a little weight on it. So I try to keep those things as real as possible.
See, this is where the gift comes in. I would have never thought of something like that. I mean, but it makes it more realistic. But again, that's where the gift comes in. And I am definitely not gifted in the art department, but I very much appreciate it.
So you can see I've gone from a lighter orange color on this book, kind of first of a yellow ochre, which is very light, to a golden brown, a little darker, and then a darker orange. And now this is a burnt ochre is what this is called. I don't even know the names of my pencils. I just look at the color of them and go, that's the color I need. But it's, again, a little darker to give a little more shading going down the edges here.
I just absolutely love watching this.
I know.
You can see, even though I would think this is probably a very boring thing to watch, me shade a book.
No.
No, no,
But this is how,
no.
it takes a lot of time and, to get through it. But I guess everyone that's watching, if they do diamond paintings or cross stitch, must have tremendous patience for the amount of time it takes to do those pieces. It's incredible.
I learned something every single one of these lives, like what you
Yeah.
just said about the weight. It may seem like something that you're like, oh, I don't know if they'd want to know this, but it's fascinating. I'm like, oh my gosh, I would have never thought to have given that dragling's elbow weight, but that's what makes it look so realistic. I love that.
And, with us being diamond painters, we have a huge appreciation for art, which is why, especially when we find artists that just speak to us, we're like, we want to be able to have that in our house, so we might not be drawing it, but, we love watching this process, and just, oh, seeing it come to life.
Yes, exactly. That's what I was going to say. And then in diamond painting, it comes to life in a different way.
Now, when it comes to putting the titles on the books, I'm going to do the shading and the surface first, and then the title will just go on over this. On lighter books, I'll probably use a darker color to put the titles on, maybe a real dark brown to put the title on this book. If it's a very dark book, then I might even go in with some white paint or cream paint, something more opaque, to put a title on a book. But I like to do the shading first rather than put a title on and then try to shade around letters. That's extremely difficult and it never looks very good.
Cheryl, who she had told us last week about her sister that had one of your paintings that was faded, and she said she's going to email your website, but the name of it is called Lost in the Legend.
Oh, yes. Yes, that's a very small little piece. Yes. Yes, I will be able to replace that, I do believe. Yes. Yeah, my early, and I may have mentioned this before, but for the first, say, 27 years of me doing this artwork, I did offset printing, and this was before digital printing was available. And the offset printing, the inks are, they have a tendency to fade over time, totally depending on the amount of light they have. If you're in a dark room or a room that doesn't have windows, or for a fluorescent lighting or something, they are probably still look about as good as they were when you purchased them. But if you've got windows and stuff, those offset prints can fade. But fortunately now, for the last, I don't know what it's been. That was 27 years, 15 years or so, digital printing. The inks are light fast. The papers are high quality. They say these inks and things will last 100 years. But I still wouldn't hang them in direct sunlight. That's never good for anything.
Right.
But still, they will keep their color.
Hey, Christine, Kara and I can totally agree. She likes that Dagmar's toes are peeking out of the blanket. We know Kara loves seeing the little dragon toes sticking out.
Yeah.
Reminds me of me at night. It can be freezing cold. I can have the blankets up to my chin, but my foot is going to be out of the blankets.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Yes. And
I'm sure he probably could, Christine. Another person, Christine, said, speaking of faded paintings, can Randal fix my Pegasus that faded? I don't know.
The Pegasus. Gosh, that's a really old one.
That one might be difficult.
I don't know that we ever had that one scanned in. See, what I usually do to if someone comes to us with a faded piece, we need to get that piece scanned in, and I'm trying to scan in everything I've ever done. and then we can print it out digitally with the new colors and the new inks and the new paper is what we do, and then send that to you. The Pegasus, I'm not sure if we ever scanned it in. I would have to check with Leslie to see if it was. So that's what we would do, would replace it if we do.
Okay.
Wow, Randall, you should be feeling like so great. I mean, these are some diehard fans that are here with some history with you.
Yes, yes.
Yes, people that have loved your artwork for years and years. Years and
That's
years.
going back a long ways. The Pegasus. Yes.
So how are your kitty cats doing? Are they doing good?
Oh, they're doing absolutely wonderful. Yes, yes. They're getting more and more spoiled every day.
That's because they know you love them.
Especially my little girl. I have to keep the door to this room I'm working in closed because if I didn't, she would be laying right here, and she would just whine and grunt. She kind of squeaks a lot when when I'd be trying to push her over. She'd be going, no, 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 no.
Oh, is that Elizabeth? You said
That's Elizabeth. Yes, yes. She's the one we got at 3 weeks old and bottle fed her. So I consider, since I don't have children, she's my daughter. She's really something. But she does get her
pets
way.
are definitely they're our kids. They are. You are
yes.
a fur papa. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like kids. They are like kids.
Oh, mm-hmm. I just had to get onto mine tonight. And you know what? I don't care what they say. But these animals know what you're saying when you talk to them. Because mine was doing something he wasn't supposed to. I was like, Peanut, don't you do that. And he just looked up at me. He looked back down at where I was like, don't you even think about it. He looks back up at me, stuck his nose up and walked off.
They do know what we're saying. I was diamond painting on Saturday morning and I'm hearing this scratch, 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 scratch from the laundry room. And I'm like, what the heck is that? And of course I didn't pay any attention for a little bit. And then I thought, well, that's just keeps on going on. So I go in the laundry room. My English bulldog had somehow gotten into the laundry basket and she's sitting in the basket. She can't get out because she's got her short little legs and she's looking up at me like, yeah, I'm here. I'm in a predicament. You need to get me out of this, like right now. I was like, oh no.
They definitely can get themselves in some little predicaments. Now, cats are fascinating to me because they can be in places that it just does not look like their body should be able to get into.
Mm-hmm.
They can.
So you can see one of the things that I've talked about in the past when I'm doing my work is, especially on the dragons, I will sometimes use a blending pencil because the grain of the paper, it's a very fine grain. But I don't know if you can see closely some of the areas here where you can kind of see a grain to it. And there are certain parts of the picture that I don't want that much grain to show through, like on the draglings. But then there are other areas I don't mind it showing through, like on the books. I'll just do the drawing and let the grain show because to me it feels more like a leather book with texture to it if I let that show.
Yeah.
So you use when you say a blending pencil, is it like a blending stump or just a pencil?
It's a specific pencil from Prismacolor makes. It's called Colorless.
Okay.
It's just what it says. And it's just kind of I don't know, it's almost like a little rubbery thing there. And you can just go over and it just kind of blends the color and it fills in where there's kind of a grain, or you can blend two colors together. I don't know if you can see what it's doing there or not, but it does just kind of blend it. I've already blended some of these areas here. Like that's
just amazing.
A little rough there, but it's kind of a neat thing. The other thing I can do, which before I realized there were blending pencils, which I really haven't used them for that many years, would be take my watercolor. I'm going to pull my brush out here again and put a little bit of color over. Got to get the right color going here. Say on the, where would be a good spot? I'm not quite sure where to do it. It may be up in here. A little bit of paper showing through there. I'll take my watercolor and put it on again over the colored pencil. And it does a very similar thing to what the blending pencil does. It fills in that grain. It fills in those little openings where the paper shows through the colored pencil, and just gives you a smoother surface. So you can do it either way, with the blending pencil or with more watercolor. And this is
fascinating.
This is one of the main reasons I do not use the colored pencils, the watercolor pencils, because when you draw with the watercolor pencils, they would look very much like this, like a Prismacolor. But if I ever wanted to go back over it and try this, all the pencil moves, all the color that you put down as colored pencil moves. And that would just totally destroy everything for me. This way, I still get the look of the colored pencil, and I get the look of watercolor, and it kind of smooths it out and gives me some.
When I see, I just learned something else. I did not know that if you put the color pencil down first, I didn't know that the color could move.
If it's a watercolor pencil, yes. With regular these regular Prismacolors, no, they're wax base.
Okay.
So no, they don't. The color on them does not move when you do the watercolor on top.
Okay.
So anyway, yes. So where am I at on this? So this book here is getting about the color I wanted. I want it to be kind of a golden tone, and then the book next to it here. And I'm still not done with the little brass areas yet. But this book is going to be much oranger. So I want to get a little bit more of a brighter orange in there as the main color. But you can kind of see how the orange really contrasts with the blue of the elephant, and just kind of gives nice separation and makes one layer pop away from the other layer when the colors are opposite on the color wheel like that.
And did you say you've used alcohol markers a little bit or not really?
No, I don't know that I've ever used them. No.
They're definitely interesting, but once you put the color down, it's kind of
it's down.
It's down.
No, I don't know much about them, actually. I've never tried them. I suppose it'd be kind of fun to play with at some point, but I guess it's just the way I am. If I find something that works for me, it's like, why not just keep doing this? It works.
Exactly. Yes. And we just love, that's why we like your stuff, is that your stuff, your way that you do it. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah. Well, it gives me the look I like, and that's one thing, with digital, I have learned Procreate, and I'm constantly learning. It's a really fun process, and it has really come in handy for situations, say, like I mentioned the last couple of weeks in this piece. Maybe when I finish this piece, this is a commission, I send it to them because there's a lot of personal things in it for the person that is buying it. I will go in and maybe change book titles. I might even change Barbie to something else, so it's not a trademarked toy. Might be a different character of some sort. Those things I will do digitally, like I say, which I'm just learning how to do. But it's amazing how much it will look like the original drawing. But I'm still there's something about the feel of the watercolor and the colored pencil on the paper that for me doesn't come through when I'm doing something digital, even though I like the immediate quickness of drawing digitally. This is just what I love doing, is with the pencils and the paper.
I think there's something to be said with it being like feeling that paper under your hand and under your stuff.
Yes.
I can't
Kinda like-
believe y'all. Can you believe what time it is, Kara?
Nope.
Oh my gosh.
I was going to say it's like audio books versus real books. Not real
Yes.
books, but I mean, the tangible books you can hold in your hand. I don't want to offend anybody. I listen to Audible all the time, but
Oh, I do too.
there
I
are
love
some people.
audiobooks.
Right. Well, I mean, I have to multitask now, and I'm sure you do also with
Yes.
your pieces and everything, and it's just easier. But there's nothing like I still love going into a bookstore and holding a book, a physical book.
Yes. Yes.
Something about that.
And I still love going to a library and finding the older books. And it may sound really gross, and I'm not, but there's a smell that older books have, and I just love that smell.
Yep.
I agree. So, gosh, again, I feel like I've been working and it's very slow progress. As you can see, I am making progress. Your books are coming alive and getting some dimension to them. I'm going to kind of jump ahead to this next book because I want it more of a burgundy color too. So you can kind of see the nice color combinations here of the reddish burgundies, the orange, the golds, and then a little bit of a warm, kind of a yellow olivey green here. Just a real nice combination of colors there.
It really is coming together beautifully.
And by the time I finish the books, there will be much stronger definition in between them, so they don't blend together quite as much. And the colors will be even darker and stronger. And then I will probably put some ornamentation on the books.
Like scroll work.
Yes, like some scroll work. I'll kind of generally sketch in something here because this is exactly what I would be doing on this one. Something like just little swirls or things that add designs, just like old books have.
Yeah.
You know,
that circle at the top, is that going to be like a gemstone?
This will be a jewel up here.
A jewel. Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I wonder. We've got a few minutes left here. Let me.
Now I know some people are asking about the name of Dragling number 3.
Oh, totally forgot. I'm glad you reminded me. Yes, the names, like I say, all the names were amazing. There were some names in there and that I thought were really cool, and I looked them up and I found a dragon. Someone has written a book or somehow has used that name in association with a dragon. So I can't use those because someone else is already using them. Two of the names that I thought were really neat, a couple people came up with the word diamond as his name, and I thought that was really clever. And then I think 2 people came up with DAC, DAC. And I thought, that's really clever too.
Yeah, I saw that too.
But I think there were 2 people also that started with my first name, Randal, rearranged the letters and created names. And I thought that is really neat because the old man that's in some of my artwork, I don't know if Diamond Art Club has done anything with the old man in it. Universe in a Jar, possibly. He's back at the telescopes. He'd be very small. His name is Ladnar, which is my first name spelled backwards. So that really appealed to me, the idea of rearranging the letters of my name to make the name of the new dragon. And so I wrote out just about every possibility, and the person that suggested it had written out quite a few possibilities also. And the one that appealed to me was Dralan, Draland.
Oh!
So that's what I've decided on for his name.
Draland! Woohoo! That is awesome!
I wanted something that started with D, and so that came from, and I didn't write down the person's name. I think there were 2 people that rearranged the letters of my name that had done that. I didn't write their names down, but I want to say thanks to them for inspiring me, and coming up with that, because I wouldn't have thought of that on my own.
Oh my goodness, that is so awesome. I like that, Draland.
And I looked it up, and I did not find a Drayland dragon anywhere. So,
Okay, Brandy. It is 8 o'clock, and guess
Yes.
what? We haven't drawn winners.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
And how many gifts are gifts? How many prizes are we giving out tonight? God, I can't even talk, y'all.
I'm thinking I'm kind of feeling it tonight. I don't know. I know people are waiting on these trays, the Season of Spangler trays. Leopard Leatherworks was in the chat in my live, and we so I am thinking, and Brandy, just tell me I'm all washed up if you hate this idea, but we got a $10 gift card for Leopard Leatherworks. We have a KJ's Artistic Treasures pen. And how about 2 diamond painting trays from Firefly that are the event trays, the Season of Spangler trays?
Oh.
What do you think?
So now, okay. I think that's good. Like, have we given away one of the paintings yet?
Nope. Do you want to do
Did
a
my
tray
brain
and a
just
paint?
go wonky?
Do you want to do 5?
That sounds
Do you want
good.
to do-
Hold on a second. That sounds good to me. What about you?
Sounds good to me if you're talking to me.
Do you want to do 5? We could do the $10 gift card, the pen, the KJ's pens, the 2 diamond painting trays from Firefly, and a diamond painting? Or wait till
That
next week?
sounds good to me.
Okay, hang on. Let me go grab a painting. I'm not going to even look at which one it is. I'll tell you what it is when I get back to the table.
Okay. And I am getting to the spreadsheet.
All right.
I have to go it. And by the way, I just want to say, I know she's not in the chat right now, but I want to give a massive shout out to Colleen, because Colleen has been an absolute angel. She has gone through and done these names for us, and I literally cannot thank her enough.
And I have been posting, like, people have been sending me emails, and believe me, you are not forgotten. I always immediately send those names off to Colleen, and she adds them to the spreadsheet. So they're in the drawing too, those that don't have social media and don't care to be on social media, so they can participate as well. So, okay, guys, are you ready for what painting I grabbed? It is so appropriate for this week. So appropriate. We're going to give away. So we got $10 gift card to Leopard Leatherworks. We've got a KJ Artistic Treasures pen, 2 diamond painting trays from Firefly. And in the spirit of this week, we have a turkey for Thanksgiving diamond painting.
Fantastic.
Woo!
Perfect.
All right.
One.
Should I go ahead and put everybody up on the screen, or let me put us back?
I can turn my camera back around here. I'm enjoying my drawing. Just hard to stop.
Oh, because it's so much fun for you. Turkey for Thanksgiving. Oh my God.
Absolutely.
No, that is a woo.
That's a big one. It's a 125 by 56. Woo!
Wow.
That's a big one.
Now we are pulling just from the week 2 progress pics, right?
Correct.
So we have 228 names.
Okay. First number.
First number for the $10 Leopard Leatherworks gift card.
Okay, 203.
203.
203. Oh my goodness. 203 is Suzanne Bell.
Sue Bell! Yay!
Sue
All right.
Bell.
She can get $10 off of her pin if she wants for Season of Spangler. All right. Okay.
Let me hold on. I'm saving it on my computer. Hold on a second.
Okay.
You said that's the pin?
The pen. No. It's the $10 Leopard Leatherworks gift card.
Okay, $10.
Bye, Helen. Happy Thanksgiving. Sue's in the chat going, oh my God.
Oh, is she? Yes, Sue,
Congratulations.
Yes. She's like, oh my God.
Okay. And our next one is what?
The next one is for a KJ Artistic Treasures pen.
Okay, KJ pen.
Oh, and they just got some beautiful green blanks. Woohoo!
Number 137.
137. This person is in the chat too.
Who?
We have Cheryl Katz.
Cheryl Katz, yay!
Woo! So you get the KJ. Did you say it's a gift card or?
No, it's a pen. It's a pen.
Oh my God. KJ pen. Look at you, Cheryl. You got a KJ pen.
I know. From Karen and Regina. All right. The next two numbers, Randall, are for two of, each person will win one. The official Season of Spangler tray from Firefly.
Okay. First one is number 43.
43. 43. I have not seen this one in the chat, but Elizabeth Achilles Morse. Elizabeth Achilles Morse.
How do you spell the last name? M-O-R-S-E?
Morse, yes.
Got it. Okay. Yay, Elizabeth.
So that was one Firefly tray. So we got one more Firefly tray.
Next number is 198.
198 is, I hope I say this right. Sherry McCooey. Sherry McCooey. McCooey.
Congratulations, Sherry. All right. Okay. Now for the biggie. Turkey for Thanksgiving. I love this one. Love it. Love it. I nabbed it the minute it came out.
Okay.
This and the Easter one. I'm like, oh, I love them.
Turkey for Thanksgiving, number 83.
Number 83. We have Leona Wilcox.
Oh,
Leona, congratulations. Leona. Turkey for Thanksgiving.
There you go.
I see her posts all the time on Facebook. Yes.
Yeah.
Yay! That is so awesome. I've got everything saved on the computer. So
I saw the time and I was like, I'm sure the people in the chat are like, well, you two just shut up and draw the dang name.
they were like, we want these prizes. Hey, Leona, yeah, look at you.
Oh,
you got that. I hope you enjoyed that.
Hey, Leona, that's amazing. Oh, how fun. All right.
I know. I always hate when these end because, like, yes. I feel like it goes by so fast. I think because we're having so much fun and enjoying everything. So, and I still can't believe, like I said, this is the beginning of, this is week 3.
It is.
Week 3. We only have this week and one more. But,
and don't forget the grand prize will be an original drawing, all framed up.
Yes.
For someone.
Yeah. And I mean, and part of it too is we get, I mean, again, it's so incredibly nice of you, Randall, to be here every week with us and kind of take us into your space and show us, what you're working on and what you're doing. We greatly appreciate it.
Oh, well, it's the other way around, actually. I'm just thrilled that you all do this and it's just so much fun. I really enjoy it, and I'm glad that you enjoy watching my boring process of drawing.
Oh, trust me, it is not boring. It is not boring.
I have fun with it, but it's kind of like what they used to say, watching paint dry.
No, it's very different watching an artist in their element. Yeah. Like you have literally brought us into your world for just a little bit. Mm-hmm. We can escape our world and go into your world. And we just, It's a
See how the
pleasure.
books, I've been
Yeah.
working, the books are starting to come alive now compared to what they were at the beginning.
Oh,
Yeah, the I don't braiding, for lack of a better term, the striping on the book, it looks almost 3D. It looks amazing.
It
Yeah.
will by the
it
time it's done.
does. It
Yes.
does. And I just want to say, I know that we have people that, they don't celebrate Thanksgiving. But I do want to say I am very thankful, and I'm just going to, and I'm going to say what I'm very thankful for. I am very thankful, number one, for my bestie, Kara, who has always been there for me and who I just don't know how life would be right now without her. And I am very grateful that I have become friends with Randal, because not only does his artwork brighten my day, but I love getting an opportunity to talk to him and hear all the cool things that he does. And the biggest thing of all is I am very grateful for all of you guys. Like you're who we do this for. Because until I got on YouTube, I talked to my students and my family. And so I am forever grateful to all y'all.
They're already asking when the next event's going to be. Debbie Rice is like, when's the next event? July.
No.
July. No. When is it?
Remember, we have because I think, Randal, you said you were still
I'm sorry,
good with the March one, the drawing
sure.
one.
Yeah, I believe that was more
The
about
drawing.
exactly what I'm doing here. Really, is just creating more art for everyone to kind of learn from.
Okay, so there'll be a
watch
March
the process.
drawing event.
Yeah.
And the next
March
diamond,
drawing event.
and then the next
Next-
diamond painting event is July.
Yes.
It's July, and that one is Draglings and Books.
Yeah.
It's the name of that event.
Yeah.
It's the name of that event. I think
Yes.
the March event's just Draw with Spangler.
So see, it's just a Spangler love fest all year long. I mean, you don't have to wait more than a few months, and then we're back to doing something fun with Randal Spangler.
In case you're wondering, my box of colored pencils are right back here behind me. That's why I'm always turning around. I'm drawing as we're doing all this because I'm searching for colors here. That's why I'm doing this. Once you get going on, it's like I don't want to stop.
Yeah.
So.
And we're just so happy that you have that love for drawing, because otherwise we would not have all the creations that we do to get to diamond paint.
Exactly.
So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Thank you, Randal, for giving us your time on Mondays. We truly, truly appreciate it. And I guess that's it. And I'm going to leave you like I always do. Reach for the stars, grab hold on, and never let go. Until the next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.